Hello, my name is Marko, and this is my TED Talk on the topic of Western work-life balance for my engineering and social responsibility class. During a recent internship, I was required to work 40 to 45-hour work weeks, along with a 50-minute commute to and from work. Naturally, I began to struggle with my work-life balance. I found myself not rested and unsatisfied with the amount of leisure time that I had. Many of my colleagues worked even longer hours in the office, and I can only imagine the challenges they would face while having a family and being responsible for children. As soon-to-be members of the Western workforce, many of us will find ourselves working from 40 to 60-hour work weeks, and will have to deal with the challenges of balancing time for work and time for leisure. I want to start by stating the importance of leisure time. As you can see in this data collected by the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, or OECD for short, leisure time is positively correlated with general life satisfaction. This is a pretty intuitive relationship, and it emphasizes the importance of time away from work. An important factor in work-life balance is the amount of annual holiday and vacation time an employee is entitled to. Unfortunately for Canadians and Americans, we have 2.7 weeks less vacation time than the average OECD country. This trend is largely due to the amount of paid leave our respective governments mandate. As you can see in this figure, Canada and the US have far fewer paid days away from work than other countries. Another factor contributing to the amount of time that you spend at work is your respective work setting. In my experience, office culture encourages working overtime, and many people have the mentality that if they spend more time at work, they are in fact better at their job. Now I want to explore some of the consequences of working too much. As previously mentioned, decreased leisure time can often lead to lower life satisfaction and have negative impacts on relationships, as there is less time to invest in them. Furthermore, increased working hours can lead to mental health problems, including depression and stress. A study taken in 2009 even found that working overtime may be associated with risk of mental decline and even dementia. Another study by the National Sleep Foundation found that the average working American is only getting 6 hours and 40 minutes of sleep, where recommended is between 7 and 9 hours. They also found that 20% of people that are working 50 or more hours a week are getting less than 6 hours of sleep, which in itself has implicit health risks. Other studies have linked obesity with working hours, finding that men who worked 40 or more hours were more likely to be obese than those working just 30 to 40 hours. People working 10 or more hours daily are 60% more likely to have cardiovascular problems. Another consequence which employers should note is that the law of diminishing returns is fully in effect with regards to the amount that they work their employees. As you can see, the number of hours worked is negatively correlated with productivity, which is measured by average GDP production per hour. The good news is we seem to be heading in the right direction, and we are beginning to work less hours annually while the average retirement age rises. This, I think, is an acceptable trend since it allows for more balance throughout a person's life, rather than just an abundance of leisure time upon retirement. However, to assist the general public in achieving a good work-life balance, we need to be granted more government-mandated paid time away from work to help us evolve into a society that works to live and not lives to work. Whether or not I consider my career a success will not be based on my salary or my job title, but my ability to maintain relationships, a healthy lifestyle, and while making a meaningful contribution to society. Thank you.